I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. And somebody showed me ACN, an opportunity to change my life. I saw the business opportunity. It made sense. Nobody had to sell me ACN because they just told me, you're going to get paid for the bills that you pay all the time for the rest of your life. So I got in because I want to take an opportunity. But guess what happened? I didn't focus because there are two kinds of people in ACN. One is interested. You will do the business till it gets inconvenient. And the second are the committed. You will do the business till you get it done. But I was interested and I didn't focus and I went back to doing what I was normally doing. The rat race of a job. See, what I realized that in the rat race, no matter how high you go, you're still a rat. A year later, I sat in front of my boss and I thought my boss would say, hey, well done, Liju, you're the number one in this company. You broke every single record. Here is your pay rise and promotion. That is not what she said. She said, we're going to increase your targets even more next year. No pay rise, no promotion, more pressure. If anyone relates with me, can you go, mm-hmm? So I'm in the right arena today, yes? Guess what I did? I made a decision that day to make a change because I understood what Albert Einstein defined insanity as. Change nothing and expect something. If you keep doing what you're doing, you'll keep getting what you're getting, yes or yes. I decided to make a change and I decided to focus on ACN. And here's what I saw. Who is ACN? Ordinary people come into this company and become extraordinary. People of different backgrounds, people of different cultures, absolutely amazing. I looked at it, it's 23 years, 25 countries in multi-trillion-dollar industry. Who are the wealthiest people at the time? Bill Gates. Which industry was he? Technology. Another wealthy man was Carlos Slim. Which industry was he? Telecommunications. Another wealthy man was Warren Buffett, who said the next shift in wealth is going to be the energy deregulation. ACN, energy industry, telecommunications industry, technology industry, health and wellness industry, finance industry, security industry. I rest my case. Do you see where I'm coming from? So you know what? I decided to get in this company. I looked at the founders and they had this amazing rare thing in the world called integrity. Isn't it amazing to have leaders with integrity? Yes or yes? So you know what I had? I knew I'm going to grow in this company. And that is why I started to grow. And that's my story for each and every one of you. When you start to grow, you have to let your past go. And the only way you can grow in this business is if you have faith. Number one, faith in the company. Second one, faith in God above. And the third one, faith in you. Yes or yes? What does faith stand for? F-A-I-T-H. F-A-I-T-H. Full assurance in the heart. You see, this is a business, not a strategy. This is a business, not of numbers. This is not a business of corporate. This is a business of people. You don't build your business in this business. You build people and then people build your business. Yes? And that comes from the heart. So I started to decide to grow. I used to grow model. What does G stand for? G is your goal. Your goal. The first thing that I set was my goal. My goal was very simple. The reason I came into ACN, I wanted to be financially free. And here's what I understood about financial freedom. Before ACN, I thought to be financially free, you had to be a multimillionaire. Let me tell you what financial freedom is. If your monthly expenses is $5,000, and if on the first of every month, you get $5,000 coming into your bank account, even if you get out of bed or not, you're financially free. That's financial freedom. And I wanted that so badly. So I got involved. And I set my goal. I found out that most people in ACN who get financially free, they get it from RVP onwards. So I put my sat-nav through RVP. I said it, and I followed the system. What a system. SYSTEM. Save yourself serious time, energy, and money. But guess what happens? Guess what happens when you set your goal in ACN? The people who love you the most tend to discourage you, yes? Before your greatest opportunity comes your greatest resistance. My best friends were like, come on, Liju, be realistic. These things are too good to be true. It might not work. I said, if you think it's not realistic, I'll get paid. If you think it won't work, I'll get paid. If you join me, we both will get paid. If you don't join me, I still will get paid. Then came my relatives. I found there are 3 kinds of people in the world. Positive, negative, and relative. My uncle came up to me, Liju, I saw your pictures on Facebook. You're with all of these positive, enthusiastic people in suits and so professional. Are you in some kind of a cult? I said, yes, I'm in the ACN cult. C-U-L-T, creating unique lives together. And then came the hardest of all. Now, does anyone have an emotional mother in the room? Can you raise your hands if you have an emotional mother? Combine all of your hands. It was my mother. She said, what, Liju, you're going to do this thing called ANC? I said, Mom, it's not called ANC, it's called ACN. You know what? When you get focused in ACN, that is when you see results. Focus, F-O-C-U-S, follow one course until success. So I closed my right ear, I closed my left ear, all I saw was RVP. All I saw was RVP, and I went all the way, and today by the grace of God, I stand here in front of you. Yes, as a regional vice president, yes? And here's what my goal was, because this business is about hope. You see, we are leaders. Leaders are dealers in hope. H-O-P-P is helping other people earn. Your objective to hit RVP was 4 races. Find 4 races out of 7.8 billion people on the planet. 4 races. And that's what it did. Okay, next thing I did, R. R is reality. What is reality? You know what? You get started in this business, you follow the system, and you keep going, building. You don't want to do everything at one go. It might not work. All right? I realize reality is you build your business with good quality foundations. You know what? Get to the position of the leader to justify the pin. Here's what it is. When you build your business, you start off as a qualified team trainer. You're starting to build your future. Then you're moving on to executive team trainer. Then you're moving on to executive team leader. And then finally what happens? Regional vice president. Build your business with solid foundations by following the system. So G was the goal. R was the reality. Reality is you need patience and it takes time. You cannot make a baby in 1 month by making 9 girls pregnant. You have to wait 9 months for that gift. Your job is to keep plowing in this business, building your blocks 1 brick at a time. Then comes the O. What were the options? It was very simple. How do you become successful? You listen to successful people. When you listen to successful people, you become. When you listen to broke people, you become. So I went up to my then RVPs and SVPs. I said, I want to be successful. They said, you got to do one thing. You got to stay in phase 1. Those are your options. You see, there are 4 phases in ACN, in network marketing industry. The first phase is the 4 fundamental P's when you're in phase 1. You're following, you got massive momentum. You get to a position and some people, what they do, they become supervisors. Guess what happens? Your momentum, it comes down. Then it goes on to phase 3. You become managers. You start to oversee your supervisors. No momentum. Final phase, phase 4, you're a quitter. And this is what happens to certain people. You got to stay in phase 1. One person came to me, Liju, I quit. I said, no, you can't quit. Why? Because you never started. You're what I call a non-starter. This industry is called network marketing, not work marketing. Do you remember the person who quit? Don't worry, nobody does. They never build statues for quitters and critics. So you got to be in phase 1. What is the first fundamental of phase 1? It's personal recruitment. Personal recruitment. What we do in ACN is every single day, you have a gift called ACN. And your objective is to invite people and show them the gift. That's all. We pass information, we collect decisions. That is it. We don't convince, we don't sell. We give people an opportunity to become free. And when you do that, you have to have posture. All right, ACN is that gold brick worth millions and millions of dollars. You don't hit people on the head with that. You show it to them. If they don't like it, you take it back and you move on. Because that's what you have to have a mindset. You see, don't beg anyone to get on the ark. Just keep building and let everyone know that the rain is coming. Because you see, the biggest illusion in the world today is called job security. Yes or yes? Someone told me if you have a job, you're easily replaceable by something younger, faster, cheaper, or prettier. So you keep building. The next fundamental P is personal customers. What do? You acquire customers in this business. It's a customer acquisition business. The first customer is yourself. Make sure your home is an ACN home. Every single service that ACN has must be in your home because the business of integrity. You can't ask someone else to do what you don't do, yes or yes. So the first customer is yourself. The second customer is everybody who says no to the opportunity. And the third customer is who do you know? Referrals. Who do you know? When you're acquiring customers, when you're acquiring business partners, you need to have a certain kind of a mindset. The first mindset was a miner. Now what does a miner do? He's got his land and he digs and he digs and he digs and he digs. Imagine each of you have got gold pieces, 6 gold aces in your back garden. How long will you dig for? Will you go to your job then? If your back is hurting, will you stop digging? No, you keep digging. You keep digging and you keep digging for that one fine gold leader. That one leader. Now let me tell you something, not all that glitters is not gold. Sometimes you got this thing called pyrite. It's called fool's gold. It looks like gold. It feels like gold. It smells like gold, but it's not gold. It's that person who comes to your team, Liju, I am your next leader. Next Saturday, his gold missing. You keep digging. First one is a miner. Miner keeps digging and digging and taprooting and taprooting and taprooting till they find their next leader. And when they find the first gold bar, the first leader, they keep digging again and digging again and digging again. You never stop digging. The second one is a mindset you need of a fisherman. Now, what does a fisherman do? Go into the ocean and fish. You see, the ACN is so amazing. We got such a large ocean. There's plenty of fish in the sea. You don't have to go to someone else's boat and catch their fish. You go into the ocean. Who is the ocean? Where is the ocean? The 25 countries where ACN operate in. America, Mexico, Canada, South Korea, Australia, New Zealand, Austria, Belgium, Czech Republic, Denmark, Finland, France, Germany, Hungary, Ireland, Italy, Netherlands, Norway, Poland, Portugal, Spain, Sweden, Switzerland, UK, Japan. How vast is your ocean? You go out there and you find that fish. Sometimes you'll have small fish, that's good, a few customer points. Sometimes you'll have medium fish, an ETL. And then sometimes you get that big fish. It's your big leader. And then you go, boom. The next mindset you need to have is a farmer. What does a farmer do? A farmer goes in and plants the seed, looking for that one crop. Planting your seed is what we do in ACN every single day. Plant your seed. Now, you know, sometimes it gets hot, the seed will die, doesn't matter. Sometimes the thorns will come in and take away the seeds, doesn't matter. Sometimes the weeds will come in and take it out, it doesn't matter. Your job is to keep planting the seed of ACN into every single person that you know. Some crop will produce 30, some crop will produce 60, some crop will produce 100. Now, what is common in between the farmer, the miner, and the fisherman? They have patience and they have their tools. You see, ACN gives you amazing tools to do this business. Your business assistant, the actual opportunity DVDs, and you know the actual forms. Your job is to use the tools, because the tools will add credibility to your business. When you're going into the ocean, at least take a bucket with you. Don't take a teaspoon. You look silly in front of your friends. Use the tools that ACN give you. So there you go. What's the next P? The first P is personal recruitment. Second P is personal customers. Third P is promoting events. Your business is built in events like this. Every single day, go in to promote an event to the next person. What is event? EVENT, elevating vision, eliminating negative thought. It's impossible for you to be negative in an environment like this. You got to put people into the business, bring them into the event. When you bring them here, vision is implanted into them. Because events give you knowledge, knowledge gives you belief, belief gives you the effort, and effort will give you the success you need in this business. Nobody is going to give you. Nobody is going to create vision for you like MyCupids does at the international events. So promote every single event that you can. The next P is personal development. You see, a lot of people have got very expensive suits, very expensive shoes, very expensive phones, very expensive handbags, but the inside is nothing. You see, your duty is to be rich, not just look rich. Yes or yes? And that is why every single day you need to develop the mind as well, your mind, body, and soul. You know, YBA Plus, it gives you excessive amount of leaders in this industry. All you got to do is learn from them. George Zaleki, commitment is doing the things you said you would do soon after the mood you said it has left you. Jim Rohn, the granddaddy, you can't hire other people to do your push-ups for you. Les Brown, if you do the things that's easy, your life is going to be hard. But if you do the things that's hard, your life is going to be easy. You got to be hungry. So as you're building your business, build it on the 4 fundamental pillars of ACN. If phase 1, the 4 fundamental P's. So I talked about G being your goal. I talked about R being your reality. I talked about O being options of being in phase 1. The final letter is W, the most important one. You know, in 1963, when one of the ex-presidents of America had to do a conference about putting a man on the moon, he contacted his chief scientist, Warner Von Braun. And he said, it's never been done before. Nobody has put anyone on the moon. It's next to impossible. It is difficult. Can it be done? And Warner Bros. Said one simple thing, 5 words, you can do it if you have the will to do it. W stands for the will. Nobody can motivate you if you're not willing to motivate yourself. One of my favorite actresses is Nicole Kidman. You see, he said, life is all of those twists and turns. You got to hold on tight and off you go. ACN is going to take you for the ride of your life. You're going to go through an emotional roller coaster every single day, and you got to keep going. You just got to keep going and keep going, because why? Because your eye is on that prize. Your eye is on that prize. Keep your eye on the prize, and you have to just completely, you don't listen to the people outside. There are a lot of Guptas underneath or outside. You know what Guptas stand for? Guptr. Generally unproductive people talking rubbish. You keep your eye on the prize and you keep going. You see, the biggest waste today in the world is human potential. The richest place in the world today is the cemetery. And there is one virus that takes out human potential. It's the biggest disease on the planet. It's called excusitis. This disease or this virus is so contagious, it'll give you a disease called broke-itis. It is crazy. When I started the business, the number of excuses I started collecting. Hey, Liju, I can't come to the meeting tomorrow. Why? What happened? Oh, because I've got a job. I said, the reason you came into ACN because you don't want a job. G.R.O.W, just on broke, just over broke, journey of the broke, just obey boss. Nay, Liju, I can't come for the Saturday training. But you said you're going to come yesterday. No, my wife is pregnant. I said, in one day. Hey, Liju, I can't come to the international event. Why? I need to spend time with my kids. The reason you came into ACN was for your kids. Don't let your why you came into ACN become the reason why you should not do ACN. Yes or yes? Hey, I can't join ACN because I haven't got $500. I said, go and sell your 60-inch plasma TV. And if you haven't got $500, listen, you're in a financial emergency. You need ACN more than me. Liju, I haven't got the time. I said, how long do you want that problem for? Excuses after excuses after excuses. And you have to create this banner or this barrier that will not allow that to come inside of your ears. And the moment you take this disease out of your system, guess what happens? You start to see results. So every single day now what you're doing is you're going out there. No more excuses. You see, the reason why you are not where you ought to be or meant to be is because of you. Do you understand? You are going to fall in this business, but you got to pick yourself up. Every single day I go to the mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall. I will get up every time I fall. I might run, I might walk, I might crawl. But I will set my goals and achieve them all. When your mind is eyes on the prize, when you take excuses out, you start to go in phase 1. And you got to practice being in phase 1. Because practice makes better. One of my best cricketers in the world is Sir Don Bradman. And when he was young, you know what he did? He used to practice hitting a golf ball with a cricket stump on a pillar. When he got the real cricket ball, it was easy for him. You see, practice makes what? Better. For practice is the price that amateurs pay to become professionals every single day. You got to practice being in phase 1. You got to work on your imperfections and polish your perfections through practice, because practice will make you better. Here's what one of the granddaddies, again, Jim Rohn of network marketing says, success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines practice every single day. One of my role models and mentors in my life, Greg Provenzano, says, every day I try to be 0.3% better than I was yesterday. Then at the end of the year, I am 100% better human being than what I was a year ago. You see, when you practice, and when you practice, and when you practice, and when you practice, and when you practice, you start you start good at personally recruiting people. You get good at getting customers. You get good at promoting events. You get good at becoming better of yourself. And guess what happens? Then you hit the position you're looking for, and you start to cruise. You start to cruise. When you get to a position in ACN, when you're financially free, you start to cruise. Because you're no longer poor, P-O-O-R, passing over opportunities repeatedly. You cannot be free if you don't have residual income. When you have residual income, you become good. G-O-O-D, get out of debt. Now all of a sudden you're cruising. I heard a story when Steve Jobs and Bill Gates were having a conversation. And Bill Gates told Steve Jobs, hey, I need to go to the bank. And Steve Jobs says, why are you going? And Bill Gates said, it's to talk about a loan. And Steve Jobs says, you need a loan? And Bill Gates says, no, the bank does. You need a cruise. But even though you're cruising, you're still working. Once upon a time in a jungle, a fox saw a rabbit. And the fox said, hey, that looks tasty. Let me chase it. So the fox started chasing the rabbit. Guess what? Didn't catch the rabbit. The second day, the fox said, I'm going to catch it today. It ran after the rabbit. It didn't catch the rabbit. The third day, didn't catch the rabbit. The fourth day, didn't catch the rabbit. The fifth day, didn't catch the rabbit. The sixth day, didn't catch the rabbit. The fox gave up. The fox went up to the hole of the rabbit hole, and he couldn't go in because it was too big. And he said, hey, rabbit, I ran after you for 6 days, and I couldn't catch you. Tell me, what is your secret? And the rabbit said, it's very simple. Even if you ran after me for 60 days, you wouldn't have caught me. And what is the reason for that? Very simple. Mr. Fox, why did you run after me? And the fox said, I ran after you because I was hungry. He said, no. Mr. Fox, why did you run after me? It's because I was hungry. Here's the reason, Mr. Fox, why you couldn't catch me. Because you ran after me for your desire. I ran for my life. When you come into ACN, this is a part-time business, but you need a full-time work ethic. All right? SVP is not for the chosen few, but it's for the few who choose. You need to run for your life in this business. You cannot let anything stop you. You can't let the weather stop you. You can't let the wind stop you. You can't let rejection stop you. You can't let objection stop you. You cannot let anything stop you. You got to keep moving and moving and moving because your life is built in ACN. Yes or yes? This is where you build your dynasty. This is where you build your legacy. Legacy. Let every generation after celebrate you. This is where it happens. You work here you run for your life till your bank account looks like your phone number. You work here, you run for your life till you no longer have to introduce yourselves. You work here so that one day your great-grandchildren will point at your picture and say, that man or that woman made me free. This is ACN. So you know what? I gave you some information about my story. This is what happened. I had tough times, but you know what? Tough times don't last. Tough people do. And if you have a mindset and a posture to go to someone and give them ACN, somebody asked me yesterday, Liju, how do you close someone after the business presentation? I said, it's very simple. I go up to them, I show them the opportunity, I ask them one simple question with posture. Are you in or are you out? That's it. Now, there is no I want to think about it. Your thinking got you where you are today. There is nothing. There's only two simple answers to that question. Yes or no. Now, but when they see my posture, they know this guy is going to go with or without me. That is what you need, posture, when you speak to people about ACN, because ACN is much bigger than whatever you are in your life. You cut my hand, blood comes out, ACN is written on the blood. Every single time I have breath in my lungs, I speak about ACN. And that is what my point is, you speak with posture. Now when you speak with posture, guess what's going to happen? They see the posture and they know that if I don't jump on that train is going to go with or without me. That is ACN. So you need posture. If they said yes, I say come join me. If they say no, be my customer. And if they, again, the simple question is simply answer yes or no. If you say yes, you're my customer. If you say no, I'm going to delete your phone number right in front of me. Because a friend in need is a friend indeed. So this is what you need to go out there to cruise in this business. You work hard once. Are you working hard anyway? Yes. Being broke is hard. Being an SVP is hard. You choose your hard. We're working hard anyway, but let's mark over here. So now you've taken this information today and you made some notes. Make sure you go and apply it. Because if you take these notes and you put it on your shelf, the only thing that will grow is your self-esteem. So go out there and start building your ACN future. Go out there and face the people who are going to say no to you, who are going to reject you. It doesn't matter. You see, you're a shark. You see, I was a little baby shark in a little aquarium. ACN took me out. Now I'm a big shark. I was a little pussy cat. And now I'm a lion. And you know what? When you're a lion, you attract what? Lions. Any lions in the room today? When you're a lion, trust me, you're going to have people hating you. Because there are haters out there. Haters, having anger towards everyone reaching success. Doesn't matter. So you go out there today, each and every one of you, because you got the best compensation plan on the planet. You go out there with so much posture and with this gold brick of ACN, and in phase one, you go and give it out to people. I love Australia because it allows me to tell people what I am. Australia. I'm undeniably sold out that residuals allow life in abundance. So whatever position you are, go out there and start building your residual future. How do you build it? You see, an elephant, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Rome wasn't built in a day, but it certainly was built one brick at a time. You go out there and build your business one brick at a time. Go out there, get that one customer. Go out there, get that one PBR. Go out there, do that one promoting event. Go out there and develop yourself one brick at a time. Because it's all that one. At 211 degrees, water is hot. At 212 degrees, water starts to boil. 1 degree creates a difference between hot and boiling. When it boils, guess what happens? Steam comes out, and steam powers a locomotive. Your one extra degree of effort will give you your success in ACN. One extra PBR, one extra phone call, everything that one, go out and build one. Because it's all in the power of one. One of my favorite poems is this. One song can spark a moment. One bird can herald the spring. One tree can start a forest. One flower can make you sing. One smile can start a friendship. One word can frame your goal. One star can guide the sailor. One handshake can uplift the soul. One vote can change a nation. One sunbeam can lighten the room. One candle can remove darkness. One laugh can remove gloom. One step can start a journey. One whisper can start a prayer. One opportunity can change your life. One touch can show you care. One voice can speak with wisdom. One heart can know what is true. One life can make a difference. You see, it's all up to you. Big things. Big things. Big things. Big things are built one brick at a time. Victories achieved one choice at a time. A life well lived is chosen one day at a time. So my friends, go out there and build your residual empire one brick at a time. Thank you very much.